Hi, welcome to Juby's Tarot. My name is Joanna Jubatana, and I'm starting Juby's Tarot with Jubatana's Apothecary Holistic Creations. Of course, that is my brand, my business. I love tarot readings, and I've gotten really into tarot readings lately, and not lately, for a while, over 4 years, and I've gotten really good at it, and I want to just share my knowledge, my experience, my intuition, my intuitive knowledge with everyone that's willing to listen, to hear, and whoever feels moved and influenced and inspired by what I'm saying. I am doing soulmate readings. Soulmate readings are in regards to the heart. It's in regards to love, intimacy, connections with significant others. It's meant to tell how you're doing as far as connecting intimately with someone else, whether you're single or not, the outcome of your situations, why things aren't working out, why things are working out, where you're headed. They're meant to just tell you where you're at in that present moment in your life. For each month, I will be doing them monthly. Look out for them every beginning of the month. And today we are doing Sagittarian soulmate readings for the month of January 2019. Happy New Year. So a little bit about me. My name is Joanna Jubatana, as you know. This is Juby Tarot. Your soulmate readings, they affect you based on your sun sign, your rising ascendant, and your Venus. My sun sign is Sagittarian. My rising ascendant is Libra, and my Venus is Scorpio. So that's a little bit about me. Let's get into this reading. So today I am doing a reading on Sagittarian Sun, Sagittarian Rising, Sagittarian Venus. If this is you, then this connects to you. Saggies. This definitely, this reading, I'm curious to see where this is headed for me, because for love's sake, my love reading for January 2019 has me a little bit on the edge. I can kind of relate, and I'm just curious to see where it's about to go, because I'm a little surprised, but it only makes sense as far as my love life goes. And for me, like, love lately, it has affected me with family and home and in many different circumstances. So I don't know how love affects you. But let's get into it. Sagittarians. All right, so Saggies, what are we about to go through? We are in a place in our minds that we want to do things by ourselves. We don't want any interference from the outside world when it comes to our heart. We're at a point where we have dealt with a lot of external influences that have made us feel very wounded, very guarded, and defensive about our own love, which is very surprising because we have so much love to give, and it's just so misunderstood at times when we give it. It's always misunderstood, for me especially, and we give and we give and we give, and we give it purely from the depths of our heart, and then it's perceived in a different way, and we become wounded because we don't get that appreciation, we don't get that credit, we don't get that feeling that we've done something right, and it's definitely starting to weigh us down. I see here the King of Swords in our feelings position. We are feeling like the King of Swords in January. King of Swords pretty much signifies that we're in a place where we are using our logic over our heart. It's about everything we've learned. We've learned not to get hurt. We've learned not to put our hand over that fire because it's going to get burned if we do. So we're using all of those tools and those skills that we've learned to stray away from any type of hurt. The King of Swords also signifies almost like a business relationship. When it comes to love, we've kind of stepped back from that emotional state. We've let love become a business, and love is not a business. Love is supposed to be something that is heartfelt and moved, but we have turned it into a way of survival tactics, and that's where we're at right now. And unfortunately, that has led us to this feeling of the hermit, where we feel alone within our own relationships, and we're on our own spiritual quest to find out what it is we want. Right now, when it comes to love, Saggies, we're trying to figure out what we want out of love. We're probably even trying to figure out how to love. We're just so confused by the idea of love. We've given love in so many ways, and it almost kind of just didn't work out the way we intended on it. We like to be in control. We like to have things go the way we planned it to be, and sometimes life doesn't happen that way. And then we go on these spiritual journeys, which we're going on, or we're on already, to teach us what love is. And honestly, looking at this Hermit card right here, this reminds me of exploration of the self. So we're in a place in our life where we have to start digging for self-love, start finding self-love. We're in that point. January is that point where we are finding self-love. We are understanding what it means to love ourselves, because only when we can love ourselves can we receive the love we ultimately want. How can you get love if you don't know what love is to you? So this quest on our own, this individual journey, is definitely going to guide us into the direction that's going to benefit us ultimately for love. And here in feelings again, we have the Queen of Cups. And sadly, on this journey, it's hard. These spiritual journeys that are meant to wake us up, they're not easy. And Queen of Cups, she is the queen who sits there in her water energy, and she feels all the emotions, those raw emotions behind everything. And we play out each emotion so deeply that it really, really, really makes us feel like, why is everything happening? And not even it makes us feel that way. It makes us start to question, because we start to see everything for what it is, and we start to question everything, and we start to want to find the answers on this quest. And sometimes asking certain questions is not easy. It could lead you to answers that are very hard to swallow. And that's where we're at. We're at a place of finding answers, searching, understanding our emotions, soaking into them, soaking deeply into those emotions. But you know what's good about that? Because the Queen of Cups is very symbolic of intuitive energy. So when you think of emotions, I want you to think of energy in motion. It is all this energy moving so quickly through us, because we are receiving so many signals, so many answers that are ultimately going to guide us where we need to be in love. So outcome. Here are the outcome cards that I pulled. Here definitely is a guy who's holding on to his wand. That for us means we don't trust anybody. We are holding on to that intuition. We are holding on to everything. 9 of Wands is pretty much us holding on to our spiritual energy. We have taken so much from the Hermit on this spiritual quest. We've asked questions, and we've probably received answers. And that's where the Swan energy is coming from. This Swan energy is a bunch of spiritual energy around us, and we're holding on. We're holding on to our wand energy. We're untrusting. We're untrusting of our outside influences. We're untrusting of love. And we're untrusting of anything anybody has to say to us because we just figured it all out. We think we know it all. We just went on this quest. We've gotten these answers. And you know, sometimes untrusting is not going to lead you anywhere. If you don't trust anybody, then how can you love anybody? Because you're going to always think that someone's trying to pull a fast one, and you're not ultimately giving them the benefit of the doubt or to prove to you that they are able to give you love. So you definitely, or we definitely, are going to have to work on that mistrusting feeling, that mistrusting energy, like we just don't trust anyone. Here I have the Ace of Wands. Great card. This is another outcome card. This is good in our spread. This is one good card in our spread. This is definitely a signal that our Sagittarian energy is kicking back in. That optimism, that whew, that jolt. We need it because we have a lot of low vibrational energy here. But this right here is very high, very quick, very breath of fresh air. That jolt of energy we need in order to believe that love is going to work again. There's a lot of energy here, even sexual energy. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. We're going to get feelings of optimism, encouragement, and we're going to feel like, okay, maybe it's me. Maybe I need to change my thoughts, my mindset, and we're going to go into the right direction when it comes to the heart. And finally, my final outcome card is the Four of Cups, which is everything that I've just said, especially in alignment with this one. It is a guy sitting down. He's handed a cup, and he's saying to himself, oh, I'm not getting that cup. I don't know what's in that cup. I don't want any more of these feelings. I don't want no more of that. I already have my 3 cups. I know what these emotions are. I know how I feel. I don't need any more. Keep it. But yet it's still standing there because he's still thinking about whether or not he wants that cup. He hasn't rejected it fully. And honestly, I think that he should take the cup because the skies look good in the back. And what's to come is ultimately going to benefit Sagittarians. So don't be so mistrusting. Don't think that everything someone's handing you is not good. Don't think that you know it all and you know what you want and you don't need this or you don't want to deal with that, because it's only going to leave you feeling alone, and you're going to feel misunderstood, you're going to feel unloved, and it's going to put you in a place of negativity. You want to get back into this energy. You want to get into a positive rhythm, very spiritual, high vibrational energy. So let me go ahead and shake my runes. And one thing I want to point out before I end this reading is looking at this spread, there are a lot of the major card in here, the major arcana card that sticks out to me the most, well, it's the only major arcana, is the Hermit. So this spiritual journey is going to last for a while, but hopefully the feelings that are involved with this spiritual journey isn't going to remain the same. Hopefully this jolt of Ace of Wands, that fiery energy, that optimism, is going to lead you from being untrusting and all about business and not wanting to take anything new, and lead you to actually exploring new things and figuring out why other things didn't work out. So based on these runes, I want to figure out the overall tone and where Saggies are headed with love in the months to come. First one came out was the moon. Exactly that. The moon is all about creating your intentions. So whatever you manifest, whatever you think of, it's ultimately going to predict the outcomes of love for you. So you may want to start meditating, may want to start writing down what it is you actually want out of love instead of what you don't want, and just doing your best to figure out ways to create a more positive environment so that you can attract ultimately what it is you want and not what you don't want. The ear of corn is my furthest up, which is good. It's a good signal. It means that you ultimately have the power in your hand to have a positive atmosphere. So that's amazing, Saggies. That's amazing for me. I don't know about you, but me, I am definitely going to be writing down the things that I want out of life. And I'm definitely going to meditate, and I'm definitely going to keep my atmosphere positive so that I can continue to receive the blessings that I know are out for me in this universe. So nothing but positivity and light. This is Juby's Tarot. If you like my reading, press like, subscribe, leave me some positive feedback, constructive feedback, and all love and light.